House party, Pocatello, Idaho, 1962. Dinner was not ready, and it was not going to be ready. My mother was too busy drinking. The air was thick with cigarette smoke, conversation, and jazz. Jug wine, beer, and scotch flowed. Writers and artists from all over the West had brought their families to camp out in the converted chicken shack our family of 5 was living in that year, on the mountain ranch of some artist friends who taught at the college in town. After dark, somebody shoot all the kids out to the barn. They did not want us underfoot. It was noisy, and it was going to stay noisy. We'd need to sleep somewhere, and the barn seemed the likeliest place. We dragged our bedding out there, laid it out in a line on the piled straw on the barn floor, up against neatly stacked bales of hay. We settled in for the night. We told ghost stories. We shined our flashlights into the rafters looking for bats. We poked and teased and prodded and reshuffled our sleeping order. Finally, our bodies succumbed. One by one, we got quiet. We slept. Sometime in the middle of the night, I woke and sat upright into a solid wall of darkness. What was that? I strained to listen. At first, all I could hear was a rushing sound in my ears and the thumping of my heart. Then, I heard something else. It was dim at first, far away, buffered and muffled. But it kept escalating. You could feel it in your skin. It felt like electricity. You could hear the tide rising, the rage in the voices over the din of party noise, over the jazz. You fucking son of a bitch. How dare you, cock-sucking motherfucker? Who the fuck do you think you shit-eating prick? Where do you get off saying and on, louder and louder? And then slamming noises, and women screaming, and men shouting, no, now, hold on, take it easy now. And the sounds of things crashing and falling and breaking. And then suddenly it's loud. It's right outside. It's not muffled anymore. The male voices are clear now, and what they are saying is clear, as is what the women are saying. You can imagine the women trying to stop them, trying to placate, saying, now Ed, and it is pitch dark in here, and all the other kids, they are sleeping right through it, but I can't. There's no way I could. I am wide awake, and every single hair on my body is standing at attention now, goosebumps rising up and down the entire surface of me. And my eyes are very wide. They feel like they're going to pop out of my head because I'm trying very hard to see through the velvet black shroud of lightlessness in the barn. And I've had them open that way. It seemed like an age now, but all I can see is black. No light to adjust to. My ears feel like they're standing out from the side of my head and cavernous because I am listening very hard, and I am sitting just as still as I can, and I am holding my breath so that I can be as quiet as a mouse, not make noise, not draw attention to us, and still hear whatever it is I need to hear, because it seems very important to know exactly what is happening, who is saying what, and in what direction they're moving. It seems very important to identify where the sounds are coming from and where they are moving to, because it is clear to me that these sounds are in motion. This rage is in motion. No telling where it will land. Oh yeah, you motherfucker, you can't get away with that. I'll show you, you fucking prick. I'll show you. Some male voices roaring, outraged, raw, and guttural. I hate you, you arrogant cocksucker, you bastard, you fucking prick. I'll show you. You can't talk that way to me. You better goddamn show me some respect. I'm going home and I'm getting my gun and I'm coming back here and blow your fucking arrogant cocksucking head off. And I'm gonna kill your family too. I'll blow every one of you beatnik assholes to hell. I hear more muffled sounds, bodies against bodies, footsteps, some stomping away. Then I hear the sound of a truck door squeaking open and slamming hard, and the sound of a key in the ignition, and an engine storming on, the sound of a hard reverse and turn as a truck peels out over ranch road ruts and heads down the mountain towards town. And I hear other feet being dragged, male voices murmuring, "Come on, man, forget it, he's a prick. Let's get back to the party, come on, man. He's a stupid sumbitch and you know it. Come on, it's not worth it, forget it. Come on inside now." And I hear Ed's voice protesting. And then I hear the voices dimming behind the slammed outer door of the shack. And then I hear the jazz cranked louder, the talk louder, the laughter louder, to cover over the hole that was just gashed in the festivities by somebody's murderous rage. Somebody who has just roared off in his pickup and turned down Barton Road on his way home to get his gun to come back and kill us all. I do not sleep that night. I sit there very still, my back pinned against the hay, my arms wrapped around my knees, holding my breath, trying to see in the dark, trying to hear the earliest sounds of the truck approaching from the base of the mountain, trying to hear it all the way down to the Dixon's place, or maybe even as far down as Ed Mann's pig farm, to hear it in time to wake the other kids so we can run out past the sleeping horses in the paddock, under the barbed wire, to the open land at the base of Chinks Peak, to hide behind the rocks way up the slope above the ranch on the other side of the ravine. I am 11 years old.
My book. This is Tashlik. I'm going to just say a little bit, which just Tashlik is like a Jewish ritual we do at the New Year, and you throw lint or bread out of your pocket into a body of water to let go of your sins for the last year. Tashlik. By the wizened roots of a massive oak under the juniper tree, I cast my sins into the creek, scraping the lint from my pocket, a mass of gritty regrets, tangled together, lodging under my skin. I sat on the muddy bank, not caring about my skirt, blue gentians twisted in the oak roots, clover bent under my boots. One bit of foil was clumped in with my sins. The lint swished downstream, but the tiny glint of foil, flashing in the sun, hooked on a mass of ginkgo leaves, too great to be moved by mere water. Some sins are too beautiful to ever let go. I'm sorry, guys. I thought I was supposed to alternate. Okay. Excuse me. This slow-breathing body of water. When I die, wade out just a few steps into the Merrimack River, its moss and old silt cool between your toes. Listen to the great river run, its patterns of placid and rapid. On the far shore soft, the rich brown banks, the heat like gauze caught in the boughs, tough little knots of Queen Anne's lace, stitched to the Ozark hills. There's something about this picture, this slow breathing body of water, that makes you believe you can walk across it. Don't, it is deeper and faster than you know. Stand near the shore and pour my ashes in. Let the song of my body fold into the song of the cicadas rasping against their own skins. Let my burnt bones cool in the water, fragrant with living fish. Let the current take me past the gritty beach, hidden in the beetle-dark woods. These branches, this useless profusion of green, this is my family land. Let the river take me past the Sweet Williams, the uneven meadow, the sun-warmed dirt where I ran barefoot, a wild hill girl, sweaty, fists full of flowers. Let the river take me past my ruined house, the lightning-stricken cabin, all copper ripped out, all doors and windows open, home where tomcats take shelter from the heat. Excuse me. Spring Street, St. Louis. Mimosa blooms fragrant as watermelon meat. Pit bulls growl behind barbed wire. Dusty flowers circle shrines to chipped Madonnas, and worms bake to death on the sidewalks, just outside the shade of tangerine cream-colored lilies that grow wild on every corner. Old women in house dresses yell, "Excuse me," they yell, "Girl, get back here." Squat zinnias, strong and splintery mulch, orange as rust and red as beef. Fallen cherries thicken in the heat as rivers of ants pour over scarlet pulp. Irises fry to brown crisps before June. Overworked window units sigh like the women. Amid ivy and brown sweating bottles of beer, men sit on their porches for hours, drinking and staring at clusters of cute chunky girls, damp in their tank tops, slop slop of their flip-flops, their glossy lips never stop going. Mulberry seeds and bird shit, cicada shells coiled in the cracks in cement, chicken bones boarded up windows, fuchsia roses shimmy round iron gates, stained glass like honeycomb shines in crumbling brick, and it is worth it to cross the street just for the patchy yet merciful shade of an apple tree bristling with hard green fruit. Hey white girl, nice butt. Greasy sweat on my brow feels like home. Just one more. This is called Monitor. It's my last poem. Monitor. Here I am on camera acting. For money, I pretend I want to have a baby. I toy with the strings of my blue patient gown in feigned sadness at the state of my barren womb. The young medical student who smells of Dove soap places his trembling, uncalloused hands at my neck and at my breast, and he says, I am sorry, my hands are so cold. Here I am on camera, quietly leaving. I have surrendered my key card to a girl whose name tag reads, Lupe, Motel 6, Clean Team. She watches a morning talk show with a uniformed policeman. They are courteous to me, but do not really notice that I was ever here. That is what they're paid for. Here I am on camera moving under my lover's long body. Here are the red bows on my stockings. Here is the click of the cigarette lighter, the words that rise in smoke from one mouth, then the next. Actually, this is only room 122. The lens is that of memory. The fact remains that my red slip is torn. Here I am on camera in a silver dress, rattling off poems like dares. I empty my heart of secrets the way others empty ashtrays. when I come to the end of my set, I say thank you, thank you. I say, you have been a wonderful audience. Thank you.